I'd like to get serious for just a moment because shortly after the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King, there were several disturbances in our country, as you know, and James Brown made a now famous speech, and we have a videotape of that we'd like for you to watch. Would you run it, Bernie, please?
I guess you know I started as a shoeshine boy in Augusta, Georgia. I didn't get a chance to finish the 7th grade. But I made it. I made it because you believed in me, because I had honesty and dignity and sincerity, and I wanted to be somebody. This is the reason why today I talk to the kids. Tell them to stay in school and don't be a dropout. Because if I hadn't looked up and through the goodwill and the sympathy of people, I wouldn't be here. Education is the answer. Know what you're talking about. Be qualified. Be ready. Then you don't have a problem. Be ready. Know what you're doing. You know, in Augusta, Georgia, I used to shine shoes on the steps of a radio station, WRDW. I think we started 3 cents, and we went to 5 and 6. Never did get to a dime. But today, I own that radio station. You know what that is? That's black power. Right here. It's not in violence. It's in knowing what you're talking about. Being ready. Now, I say it to you because I'm your brother. I know where it's at. I've been there. I'm not using from imagination. I'm talking from experience. Let's live for our country. Let's live for ourselves. Please go off the street.
Something else. That was beautiful. David? That's some kind of a speech? James, where was that speech made?
Washington.
Mm-hmm. You really said it all.
Well,
and right from your heart, too, you can tell.
That's right. It's something that every man has to do, every American, every people has to do the same thing.
Why did you make that speech, James?
Well, it's my duty as a man, as an American, as a black man talking to my people, as a countryman.
David, how did that strike you, that speech?
Oh, that hit me right where I live because it's education. It's getting with it. It's doing your job. It's making yourself count as an individual that'll change things, not violence and Molotov cocktails and burning down department stores, buildings. So many people have offered advice on how the Negro can improve his position in American life. What is your opinion?
Well, the first thing, education is one of the important things. The first thing, a man has to be a man, and when you said Negro, this is a term that's been used so many times, but I don't particularly care for that term. I'd rather be a black man, because that's identity. That's the way he can improve himself and identity and respect for himself as a man.
Jim, what is the secret to, quote, being a man?
Believing in yourself, wanting to live by the sweat of your own eyebrow, and living with your convictions, and not running away from yourself.
You had some trying moments earlier in your youth, didn't you, Jim?
Yes, I was a juvenile delinquent, and I had the pleasure of telling it. When I say pleasure, it's quite a pleasure to be able to tell it and look back at it as a mistake in life. Regardless of what the reason was, it was a mistake and it was unlawful, and you have to serve time. You have to pay the penalty. But I paid the penalty as a kid and not as a hardened criminal.
What turned you around from being a juvenile delinquent? I mean, what happened? What one thing made you say no more?
Well, you try spending 2 or 3 years of your life away, and I think this will change you. You should see everything.
But it works the opposite way.
Yes.
Well,
it works the opposite way because some people just don't learn. You got some good and some bad, regardless of who they are. And I was changed, converted.
Jim, you know, sometimes you get caught up in the middle of what to say to blacks who want you to be blacker and to whites who want you to be whiter.
Well, you see, it's not really a bias for me because I'm a man first. And I'm a black man because I'm black. But I'm a man first, so it don't bother me.
That says it all. That says it all.
A lot of A lot of very angry and I think very misguided black militants are saying you can't make it in a white man's society. You got to carve out your own black destiny, or give us black policemen, black schools, let us live our own lives and get out. What would you reply to those guys?
Well, I can't. I'm still a black man, you know. I gotta say that. But I believe black people can talk to black people better than you can talk to black people. Don't you think so?
That's for sure.
And so we have to have our own way of speaking. We got to have our own. We want to have our own community. There's nothing wrong with that because the Italian have theirs, the Jewish have theirs, like I said.
Will you do me a favor and break it up one more time with a nice... First I wanted to ask you, because I'm looking... Thank you. I'm looking right at...
He said, thank you. You heard that?
I'm looking at your dad. A million things are going through my head. He sounds like the fellow that wrote The Power of Positive Thinking when he made that speech, didn't he?
Thank you very much.
And I was looking at your dad. How important a part did your dad, Mr. Joe Brown, play in your coming back, Jim, finding yourself?
Well, number one, he always gave me the right direction to go, and it was left to me to take it. He can only set the pattern and say, you know, this is where it's at. Every kid has to find himself, and lucky for me, I found myself, and thank you, Dad.
Well, some talk to blacks and some talk to whites, but you
I talk to people.
You talk to everyone.
People.
So that's right. So sing for us, will you, James
All right.
Brown? James.